Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of All in Our Business Podcast, the show where we discuss hot and controversial relationship topics while sharing our love journey along the way. It's your boy TC.
And it's your girl Kiki.
And what we got going on today, baby?
Well, we want to start out with a shout out to each and every one of our listeners who continue to support and love on us along this journey. So thank you all so very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we also want to give a huge shout out to the person from Baltimore, Maryland, who sent in 2 fan mails last week.
Oh, yeah.
One touching on age ain't nothing but a number, and the other touching on living with a partner before marriage. So thank you for the responses. We greatly appreciate them. We posted them on IG, and we'll do that each and every week. So thank you for the fan mail. Keep it coming. We appreciate it.
Keep it coming. We love the feedback, y'all.
There we go.
All right, let's get into this topic for this week, baby.
Are you ready?
I've been ready.
But no, are you really, really ready?
I've been ready.
Okay. So this week we are going to dive straight into the topic so we can help a few women and maybe even men out. Our independent women who are used to doing everything on their own are now asking the question, how do I allow a man to lead when I've been holding it down by myself most of my life? So, woo, baby. Let's get into it. But before we do, can you hit us off with a good scripture?
You know I got you, baby.
All right.
That 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God.
Wow.
So we gave that order for you. So all them independent women, you got a man, he has to lead. You have to allow him to lead.
What does that look like? You say women have to allow the man to lead.
That means take your pants. Oh, no. I can't say that with you.
It
might take you somewhere else.
About to do it.
No.
I'm about to
down. No. But that is allowing that man to be the person God designed him to be. And what I mean by that is allowing him to lead in the way he leads. You might lead differently. You were single or independent woman or boss. You might lead differently than him. You have to remember that. So don't sit there and get in your feelings because he's doing it a certain way that you don't think is the right way. He has to lead.
So as a woman, I'm supposed to sit back and allow him to lead in the way in which he wants to.
No. I didn't say sit back.
So I do have.
You are a helpmate.
Okay.
But you have to remember the way he's doing it might not be the way you would do things.
So I think you and I have had that issue.
Had this issue.
Yeah.
Because I do things differently than you. And you do things differently than me.
Yes.
But in order for us to have the relationship we need to have, I have to be the man, you have to be the woman. You had that I'm doing everything mentality come into the relationship because you had to in your previous relationship. That's fine.
Right. I didn't want to.
Right, but you did. So
okay.
You were used to I do this. There's nothing you didn't do.
Correct. That's
as a female.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be the man. There's going to be times I'm going to tell you, babe, just go sit down. I got this. Just go. And
a lot of times. I was going to say that. A lot of times.
Let me
I think I'm better now because
you're way better now.
Oh,
but
good.
when you first started, there was some head bumping.
Oh, a lot.
Because you was like, I can do that. I can do that too.
Right.
I can do that too. I got it. I didn't say you couldn't do it. But that's not your role no more.
Correct. And I think it wasn't until, when we talked about this, it wasn't until we took the Marriage God's Way course and I realized that there were roles. Right. And you would tell me, and of course, okay, but I think you're just telling me because you want things your way. and no, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I'm just saying that was what you were accustomed to, right? Mm-hmm. And you were like, this is how it's supposed to be. And I'm like, how do you tell me that that's how it's supposed to be? But when I had the foundation or the blueprint from the clients to be able to say, okay, this is the role of the man versus this is the role of the woman, and I realized, okay, I've been doing both roles.
For umpteen years.
Yes, but I'm thankful. So that's why I was going back to the question of how, as a woman, especially a woman here that she's saying she's been holding down for herself for all of her life, myself as well, how when we get with a man and the man knows his role, how do we sit back and allow him to lead?
It takes twofold, and I'm going to say it this way, and this is coming from us and our personal experience. One, the man has to be a man. Mm-hmm. Two, the man has to be patient with that woman because her independence, doing everything her way, is embedded in her.
It is. See,
the difference with men growing up, we're taught to be men.
So what happened to the men that are out here now that aren't
they weren't raised by men.
Okay.
So they just kind of reciprocated what they saw, and they thought that was a man when that wasn't.
Okay. But it's in you all because
it
should
be because most men, their sons gravitate to them, and they say, "Oh, my dad is the first father figure, and the only father figure I see when I'm first born." So they gravitate to that father. They want to be like their father. They want to do just things like their father. That's like if you see in society where there's a family of grandfather, father, son, and they're all maybe a mechanic or they're all or carpenter. They all just gravitated to being that one thing because the grandfather started it, and it just trickled down to everybody. Like, I learned how to be a carpenter from my grandfather.
That's what they saw.
And I learned it from my father. That's what they saw. So it all matriculates, and they just stay in that pattern. So that's how most men are. They see who their father is. Now, of course, in modern times, there's a lot of fatherless, relationships. So now a lot of women are raising the men.
Right.
And that's where you get the issue where you might still have a little boy.
I see.
In your,
But no, there are still some households that have fathers, and some men,
that's true,
still have problems leading.
But that's because that man never was that man.
Right.
He either doesn't like conflict, or he doesn't have a backbone. So,
but oftentimes those men say that it's the woman's problem because the woman is leading and they're not allowed to lead. So I've heard men say.
That's bull.
I've heard men say.
That's bull. Yeah, I've heard boys say that. I've never heard a man say that. So you can tell the folks from our personal experience. There's times where I'm literally telling you just sit down. I'm telling you as a man. You are. Just sit down.
You are.
And I'm not saying it disrespectful.
Right.
Babe, that's not your spot. Just sit down. I got this.
Or your favorite line is, let me be your man.
Let me be your man.
Right, absolutely.
But that's what men do. Men know their role. Men know what they're supposed to do. You've never heard me go, well, let me ask her what I'm supposed to do right now. No. Real men ain't asking you what they're supposed to do. Even if they don't know, they're going to figure it out. So they're not calling you asking, so what should I do now?
Right. Men aren't doing that.
Men ain't doing that.
Right.
Men, even if they don't know it, their pride's not going to let them ask nobody. They'll figure it out.
I see.
So they're not calling nobody asking what to do.
Right. Or going home just giving all the problems to their wife.
They're not doing that.
Oh, wow.
Real man ain't going to bring the problem home.
Really?
He going to come in the house like everything's good. And he's out there struggling, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
That's just real man.
Okay.
Now, the little boys, mommy, what am I supposed to do?
So sometimes little boys, they gravitate to their wives or their partners as their mother figure.
So it just goes from, my mom did everything.
Right.
To now,
I want a woman to do it all.
My girlfriend does everything.
So it's problematic in your eyes.
As a man, it's extremely problematic for me. And that's one, you probably can say this, that's probably one thing that I do with all of the boys. Not just mine, but Kevy as well. We're gonna learn some manly things around.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you are. Yeah,
you are. Learn how to fix some stuff. Yeah. We're gonna learn how to do some things. You are a strong believer of that. Yeah. We're gonna have a conversation about how you treat a female. So
if a woman hasn't seen a man properly lead, it can be difficult. Because I'm just speaking from my experience. It was difficult to kind of relinquish those duties and those tasks that I was just embedded in me with doing to you.
But as you can see, and as I said, that was the second thing, you have to be patient with that woman.
Right.
Because there's a lot of men that don't like that. So the moment they got this woman who's telling them what to do, and they're not hanging around long.
Right.
So that, we might be in a relationship for 30 days and I'm bounced.
So men don't like that. That deters them.
Men do not want to be told what to do. I hate to say it. Men do not want to be told what to do.
Right.
Especially from their woman.
Right, yeah. I think one of our very, very, very first was about that.
You told me I was going to go lay down. That's exactly what that first dress up was about. And don't get me wrong, we laughed about it now because we know it was you just caring because you were like, babe, you've been running around, you were doing all this. I need you to just go home and lay down.
Yes. No, you had.
But that's not how you said it.
No, but I did kind of say it like that. But no, can I just say that you have been driving all day? You had driven from school with Jelani in Pennsylvania, and you wanted to come home and you wanted to do 1,000,001 more things. I could tell in the drive on the way home. This is before we were taking the trips together. You were extremely exhausted, but knowing you now, I know that you pushed through. I didn't know that in the very beginning, so I'm just coming in. How I come in, you're not about to go home and do blah blah. You need to go home and lay down. And you like, you ain't finna go home and do. You don't tell me what to do.
But a man is not going to stand up and let you just run over him.
Right, I said.
So these women who are out here just controlling men, getting them to do whatever and telling them what to do, they're not men.
But some men have said that it's easier just to keep a quiet home. It's easier.
A man, I'm telling you, a man don't care about that. A man loves peace, but we got standards. We will bounce if we feel disrespected. And if that woman's constantly doing that, that's disrespect to him. If she's constantly parading around, telling him what to do, trying to control him, that man ain't going to be there long. I promise you.
Okay. I understand. So, yeah, I want to definitely touch on the fact that you have to have a clear understanding of your role in the beginning. And I think that's what you and I both had. We both sat down and because you had information and you knew just through our conversations how and things that I was accustomed to. And you quickly was like, nah.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, you was just like...
You ain't going to get gas at 10, 11 o'clock at night by yourself?
Yeah,
You're not going to the store late?
Yeah, you was like, none of that stuff is not happening. And I think the most important thing is that you have to discuss your role with your partner and hold them accountable. And I think that was huge for me. And, like in the beginning, we were like, you're not doing it. And I'm like, hold up. When we talked about it, he was like, no, it's not the tone or anything like that. It's about your safety. And when you broke it down to me, I was like, oh, I understand. So I think sometimes women, it's just the fact that it's routine and that's just what we've been accustomed to. That sometimes it's hard.
So it's routine to have, and I'm not even gonna call it. So it's routine just to have a appearance of a man in your life who's don't care about you, don't worry about your safety, don't look out for you, don't want anything, don't want to give you anything, but want to take everything from you. Now, make that make sense as a man.
Right, no.
If we're providers, protectors, does that sound like a man? Any of those qualities before I said? So a lot of women, I hate to say it, a lot of women just want a body.
Okay.
Not a man.
Okay.
A man has the characteristics of a man. You ain't no man and you walking around soft. And I ain't talking about that thing. I'm talking about being soft as a man. That's just not what men do. Even the most quietest man.
Right, and you're quiet.
If you piss him off, I promise you that man gonna pop out and you like, what in the world is going on? Because the man is dead. Right. He just might, and I say this for myself, I know who I am. I know if I pop off, it could be a problem. Not just for me, but especially for the person that I pop off.
No, it could be a problem. It is a problem. It's extremely problematic.
So for me, and I say this all the time, I'm quiet because I'm saving you. I'm not talking about you, but
the person.
I'm saving that person from the destruction that could happen. Because I know where I've come from and I know where I can go.
Absolutely.
So me being quiet and just walking away from a situation, I just saved you.
I saved you. No, that's very true for you.
Plain and simple. I just saved you. You might not realize. You think I'm being a punk because I walked away.
Right.
I just saved your life.
Seriously. I can attest to that 100%. That's very true.
So you have to be careful and understand that men are men. Even the most quietest man is a man.
Right.
He might know himself to know, I gotta be cool because
if I take
my self-control is not easy for me to keep. Yeah. So I gotta just kind of mellow out and be calm.
But I think that comes with learning your partner and learning who they are. And we've had those conversations about, how you said how you can be. And you say you know yourself. And if I pop off, this is how it's going to be. So I learned that through us learning each other. So I think that that's important. But for me, in the past, and I speak to the woman that wrote us and asked us to discuss this, for myself in the past, I don't think I really was clear on what roles were identified for men and what were my roles. I was just so much more so in survival mode that's all that mattered to me. Right. We just need to get to the next thing. Like we just need to survive. That's it. And it didn't matter who's supposed to be. Yeah.
It was you, so it wasn't really who.
Right.
It was you.
Yeah. But I'm just getting it done. Right. I gotta take care of these kids. I gotta get to the next thing. You just gotta get it done. I'm not worried about, is that supposed to be the man role? Let me sit back and wait for him to do it. Because sometimes you're in relationships or you're with somebody and they're unable to do that, unfortunately. Good or bad, they just can't do that.
But that's where in a relationship, roles need to be clearly defined. And then on top of that, if you're in what I consider a true partnership, you know the head is the man and the woman is his help. It never should be, I'm just here to help this lady. If you're doing that, both of y'all are out of position.
Right.
So now, true. God can't direct what he's trying to direct because you doing the man role, he doing the female role.
That was so true. Yeah, absolutely.
Make that make sense.
It can't. So I want to say, I will have a conversation on how do you transition from survival mode to the soft feminine role. And I think for me, the first step was literally I just had to heal.
Okay.
I had to heal from the damage, and the part of healing is understanding what happened, understanding the trauma, addressing the trauma, and being able to move forward in the resolution.
But I think even in your case, I think you had to relinquish some things. I
did.
That wasn't even part of the healing.
Right.
You just had to relinquish some things that you were just so used to doing. And as difficult as that was for you, and as difficult as it was for me to try to keep explaining it, it was necessary.
Absolutely.
Because let's say I just gave up and was like, I'm tired. I keep telling her she can't.
Yeah.
We have a problem that's going to matriculate and grow into something.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The healthy and happy relationship we
would not have existed. Exactly.
Right.
No, you're right. You're exactly right.
You're still projecting what you were doing into something that don't need to be done anymore.
Yeah. And I would say number 2 is to demand what you deserve. Men do it. Women do
it all the time.
Y'all don't mind saying, you know what, peace. Like you were saying before, you set this woman down and it's like, what are we? Like, what is going on here? And it didn't add up to, and it did not align to what you want. And you was just like, it's just not going to work. Women, we're like, we can make it work. Well, let me try. And that's more damaging than helpful.
To not just you, but to that person as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're kind of stringing them along for however long.
Yes.
And then you get to the point where both of y'all you're done. Y'all are out of love and you wasted 10, 12, 15, whatever it is.
Yeah, with that situation. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then I will also say, along with that, demanding what you deserve, I remember speaking to women and they would be like, I'm begging this man to do this, to do that for me, and yet I have another man that would so happily do it for me.
Because you're not begging a man, you're begging a boy.
A boy, exactly. Yeah.
A man is going to do that.
Exactly.
I don't know any man who's loved a woman, and that's all y'all really want. Y'all want love. Who loves a woman who's not going to do things for her.
Right. So true.
Even if that's not their thing.
They're going to make every attempt.
They're going to make every effort.
Absolutely.
I want my baby. I love it when she smiles. I love it when she's happy. I love it when she's joyous. They're going to do those little things that you cherished.
Yeah.
And they like, oh man, this ain't me. And you've seen stories where guys be like, yeah, I just knew she was the one.
And even y'all guys will kind of clown you like, bruh, what happened? You done changed. You all
But it's very evident. Okay, yeah, she's the one and I want to do what I got to do. Like,
Absolutely.
he was watching Love Jones the other day. And you remember he was sitting there trying to act all hard. You know, we just kicking it. We just hanging. And then he went to go get the drinks at the bar. He's like, he looked so depressed like, I missed this girl.
Yeah.
But that's what men do. We going to sit there and act like we hard. But if that's the one, I promise you, you're going to break. I hate to use this reference, but them shields he got going to get broken down.
You got to break them shields.
Because he's a man, but the beauty of if he finds his soulmate or the woman he wants to marry and wants to be with for the rest of his life, it softens him.
That is so true. I love that.
But in the same essence, it softens him, but it hardens him for protecting her. Anything for that woman.
And then I kind of think the same with a woman, babe. When a woman found her soulmate, it softens her. Because now I feel like I literally am in my soul.
You's a big baby.
I am really like in my soft feminine era and woman era, and I just love it.
It is what it is.
And I never thought I would say that because I was once one of those women that did everything, you know. But also as a woman, as women, we must be selfish with our expectations at times. And once again, men have no problem. She disrespected me, I'm out. Or something that's really critical to y'all. Y'all have no problem with, one, addressing it, and two, possibly even leaving. Women, we don't do that. So most of the time, like even we talk about when a woman cheat on a man. Y'all not taking us back.
We're not taking it back.
And when y'all cheat, we just be like, oh, he gonna change.
And don't get me wrong, we discussed this before. Men can't have sex with another woman.
Right.
It'd be nothing but
feelings, anything
just the
else.
physical. It's no emotion tied to it all.
Yeah.
Y'all are emotional.
Yes.
So if you're sleeping with another man, it's emotional
attachment. Absolutely. Yeah.
And we just can't get over that. We are
y'all gone. Yeah. So I think women, we have to think more highly of ourselves and have those high expectations, and it's okay. Now I'm not saying so high to the fact that you're like, oh no, if a man takes me to Cheesecake Factory, I'm out. You don't gotta think that highly of yourself. Come on now. But think higher of yourself to say, I demand more, I expect more. And if you're not willing to give that to me, it's just not gonna work.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
A man ain't got no problem with that. A man will meet you where you are.
I agree with that, actually. I really, really do agree with that. I do. Yeah.
A man who loves you will meet you where you are. If that's, well, I need you to do this, I need you to, he's going to meet you there.
Yeah.
Because he loves you that much that he's willing to change for you.
Absolutely.
Now, he ain't going to change for any skis or any person, any female. I hate to use that word. Sorry, but he ain't changing for just any female.
Right.
It has to be the one.
The one. That's true. Yeah. So let's talk about trust. You have to learn to trust your partner. Now, I know with us, like a big pet peeve or a big thing that I need, a big element that I need is safety and security. And I always had that kind of concern. But you helped me along the way by giving me a reassurance of, telling me, I got you, babe. It's good. Sit down. You don't have to worry about that. And I think sometimes when you feel you have trust in a relationship and you have that safety and security, you can put down your guards. Women, we don't have to feel, that we have to be in everything or we have to do the leading in it. If we have a man that's providing those elements to us, I would say. Yeah. So let me agree with that. Okay, so let me also ask you, have you seen the transition from the very beginning of us dating to now with me allowing you to lead more?
Oh, of course.
But although you're very quiet, you are still very stubborn.
I am very stubborn.
And you still have a way of still setting the tone, I would say, of who you are. So let's say, for example, you didn't have to come in being all macho. Hey, listen, girl. I want it like this. You never came at me like that. That's not your style. But you did make it known that I am I am the man. Exactly. So I knew just from that I can't operate like that. So some of the residuals that I had.
But and I'll say this: men are men. Men cannot hide being a man. So
boys can pretend to be men.
No, they can't. They can appear.
Okay, well, there you go.
But that's just because they look like a man, walk like a man. But you can see a man that don't talk like a man. Mm-hmm. Like, no joke. There's gonna be no man that's gonna walk up and disrespect me or you and not get some words. Mm-hmm. And you've seen that pretty recently. Yeah. Where I've witnessed men who the woman has to do the fighting.
The woman has to. I was told I was once a bulldog. I had to do the fighting because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
And make that make sense.
Right. Yeah, I was on.
So little old you
yes.
is out here fighting 6'4" guys because you're, I don't know what you want, quasi boyfriend, man, baby daddy, whatever. One, don't like confrontation, and then two, got a Twitter text finger. He's hard as hell when it comes to being on a text, but me and in person, he but as soft as charming tissue. So make that make sense. So you the bulldog, and what is he? The poodle? Is he the poodle? Or is he a hamster? What is he? What animal is he? A pot-bellied pig? Just make it make sense to a man.
I don't think it can make sense to a man.
Oh, see, that's the thing. A man knows another man.
Right. That's true.
And we'll have a conversation man to man.
Right. Yeah.
You can't talk to a boy. Right. That's like talking to a teenager. They just don't have the mentality to have a adult conversation.
Right. Absolutely.
They even think somebody's attacking them. Yeah. Or whatever. Like we experienced that at a soccer game just the other day.
We did. But we're not going to go.
No, I'm not getting the whole story. But we literally experienced that at a soccer game where you could see the coach comes over for attitude off the break. Don't even know what happened.
Mm-hmm. Don't have any of the facts.
But on our side, there's 3 or 4 men, I said it, 3 or 4 men, and we just shut it down real quick. Mm-hmm. Here's what happened.
Yep, absolutely.
And by the end of that conversation, that coach was apologizing.
He was.
Because he didn't know what was going on. He came over with an attitude.
But even think about that while we're on this topic. I didn't have to be the bulldog in that conversation. You didn't say nothing. You already got up and went down to confront him face to face. Exactly. And I was still up on the bleachers. Mm-hmm. Now, anything extra that I added...
Curled up underneath 3-4 blankets.
You don't even got to go there.
And her soft girl But that's what a man does.
Absolutely.
Well, you've given me plenty of examples of where you had to literally go fight.
Oh, yeah. I had to. But no,
he just sit there and watch.
Right.
Like that was okay.
Right.
So, little boy mentality is little boy mentality.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You don't like it, you know my number, you know where I live at.
There we go.
Because I know you're listening.
Here we go. Now, go ahead. So, sorry, were you going to say something?
No, we good.
Okay, good.
On to your next point.
Okay, so then the next point, I think for a woman, when they want to know how to allow a man to lead, when they've been holding it down for most of their lives, I would say to learn how to also prioritize yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Mm-hmm. Slow down and allow yourself to just rest and recharge instead of glorifying constant busyness. And that was one of the areas that, remember when you and I started dating, I was just always so glued to my to-do list.
And I'm telling you, put that thing down.
Yes. Yeah.
No, and I understand your structure. I get it. But everything can't be structured.
Absolutely.
Everything can't be.
Yeah. And it also allowed me, so what I wanted to say about that point is that it allowed me to kind of be a little bit more flexible and just really take a deep dive in my emotions. Because I think I was just so used to just being busy, doing. Right. I didn't have a moment to just sit in that moment. Now, you will take me and you will go to either a spa or even sometime at the beach or just go outside and just sit in some stillness. And you'll be surprised of how that helps you. And I think that helps in addition to your relationship with the person because you don't feel like you have to always be going. You can just relax. And sometimes women need that because we're just doing 1,000,001 things.
All day, every day.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Yes. And I want to shift the questions. I seen something on Instagram where they said a woman in survival mode can't bring you peace when she's in survival mode. What are your thoughts on that?
No, she can't because similar to what we just talked about. You were
really
you were kind of all over the place sometimes.
Yeah.
Because your to-do list, and I'm sitting there like, man, we can't do all 50 of those things today. So I can't be at peace because I'm like, I'm not gonna be ripping and running doing all that. We might do 10 of them, but we can't do all 50. And you're so goal oriented, and you literally get up every day and you look at that list. Your goal is to finish every single thing on it. Where sometimes I'm like, babe, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna lay on this couch for a minute and just kind of watch a movie.
Right.
And it's okay. The list is okay to not get it done every single day.
Right. And
now that's our balance.
It is.
Because
it is.
You goal oriented. I can kind of just chill and just go with the flow. That's where our balance comes in. Because sometimes you gotta put the whip on.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
You want the whip now?
You gotta put the whip on. And you need to do. So it is what it is. So there's a balance, but it's a healthy
balance. Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed trying to stay with this list.
Right.
And you don't feel like you're overwhelmed because you're not structured. So we have that understanding because we know our partner.
Right.
I know you, you know me.
Yep.
You can tell when hey, he's slowing down. Or I can go, oh yeah, she on one today.
Absolutely.
And I just like, babe, let's just chill for a minute.
Right. Yeah.
And you've gotten to the point where you're like, babe, just come over here for a second.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah.
So you've gotten to the point where you kind of slowed yourself down. And then there's days when I'm like,
Yeah.
And you're like, babe, what are you doing?
So I think that's the thing. Like, you have to have a partner that knows you well. I do think sometimes when, a woman has so many things, taking care of the children, paying the bills, going to work, cooking, cleaning, teaching them stuff with school, doing this, that, so many things, that it's hard because she's literally in survival mode. It's hard sometimes for her to even find peace within herself.
That's true.
Let alone give peace to another person because she's already tapped into all those many areas. But a lot of men are rebuttaling, saying she's doing all those things. Those are just normal adult activities. Those aren't survival. Even if they are survival mode activities, she still should be able to deal with that and a relationship.
No, I don't know anyone who can do survival mode and be in a healthy relationship. I can't see it. Because that survival mode thing is just, it's a monster.
It is. It's
24/7.
It's 24/7.
There's 365. There is no break.
Right.
There is no, I can just take a deep breath.
Yeah. Well, I know I can depend on my partner to handle that. He got that. And to me, and I've told you this multiple times, I literally felt like you were just a breath of fresh air because it was like I could just breathe. I didn't have to worry about, is the house secure, or is this taken care, or is the car all right, or the tires okay, and literally when you say in the most softest tone, I got you, babe. And I'm sitting there like, no, I need to hear a plan, an action. I need to see it on you, just like,
don't worry about it, I got it.
Even if your mind, even if
I don't know how to fix it.
Exactly. Or you're like, I need to come up with a plan my dang old self. Right. But to me, you're providing me with that reassurance that I need.
But it's hard to operate in chaos. So if both of y'all minds are scattered and all over the place, nothing's going to get done.
Right. Yeah. And that is definitely when we balance each other.
I've always had to be the one who was just the calm. Let's just mellow it out. Let's just slow it down. Because I know when I'm frantic, my mind doesn't process things as well as if I'm calm.
It does not. Slow. It does not for you.
So when I'm chill, I can really think about things.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I want that. Why not just do this?
Right.
Where if I'm frantic, I'm kind of like, and you'll see me, I'll be bouncing around, going back and forth. And not getting anything done.
Yeah, and I've seen that a lot of times when you had to make decisions. You don't make them when there's so much chaos. You give yourself a moment. And I think you like maybe go on a walk, or you may just like lay down or something. Like your mind just has to be at ease, and you can really just think about the situation and then come up with a resolution on how to best solve it. So let me ask, does wife error equal soft error? Or are some wives still in survival mode?
Some wives are still in survival mode.
Okay, pause. So if the wives are still in survival mode, does that mean the husbands are not in position?
That's exactly what that means. Or you got a boy pretending to be a man.
So the wife should never be in survival mode if she's married?
No, the wife should always be in helpmate mode.
Wow.
Not saying, and please don't take this the wrong way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying a woman should just be laying around the house doing absolutely nothing. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's not soft girl error. The way we describe soft girl error is allowing you to be the softest, most feminine version of yourself. Not saying you don't do anything and he just does everything and I don't do anything. I'm a princess. No. You're soft. You're feminine. I don't need you being hard. I don't need you out here fighting dudes. I don't need you worrying about, I need to pick up this refrigerator and you trying to do it yourself. No, that's not what females should be doing.
Wow. Right.
Be in your soft girl era. Sit on the couch. Let me rub your feet, baby. That's soft. Don't worry about that. I got that, baby. That's soft. So you not stressed or worried about things that, in our situation, in the past, you had to worry about. I don't know how I'm going to take Kevin here and take Nicole here. And then you need me to pick up Colin too? No.
I'm jumping right on in here.
Whatever you need me to do. I'll pick up 2 and 1 and 1 and 2. Right. You just do what you need to do. Like you have your book club events and things you want to do, and I'm quick to go. Just go ahead. I'll handle all the other stuff. You just do what you need to do. And you heard me say, just go handle your business, baby. I got everything else here. Go handle your business.
You do.
That's being in your soft girl era.
Right.
You can go out and enjoy your book club because you're not in your mind thinking, oh gosh,
I gotta handle this.
I gotta go back because I don't think he's gonna be able to do this.
Right. You go ahead.
Get in the car and I don't see you for a couple hours because you out enjoying yourself.
Right.
That's soft girl era. You know your partner got you. You don't have to think about, oh my gosh, is he gonna forget to do this? And you come back and you're like, oh, y'all have fun?
Absolutely.
It was good.
Yeah.
Like you've been on trips to, taking cheer events and Kevin has stayed here with me.
Yeah.
And not once did you have to call me.
No. And he normally called me. I had called you and asked you, is everything okay? One time because I never heard from the board. And I'm like, what? Is everything okay?
You was chilling.
Absolutely. Okay, so I would have to say for myself, it has been remarkable. It's been remarkable when you come into my life because you allowed me to you've taken some of the pressure and problems off of my hands and not just added to them. So that has been truly enjoyable. Yeah. Okay. So let's get to the quickie.
What's the quickie, baby?
So true or false, a woman who's doing it all by herself isn't in her soft era. She's in survival mode. Is that true or is that false?
I would think that's true. I would take that as a true statement.
Okay. Well, some people say that they don't agree. So let me just say that. But we're going to leave it to the audience.
Okay,
so tap in and let us know what y'all think. A woman who's doing it all by herself, she isn't in her soft era. She's in survival mode.
Okay. I don't think she can be in her soft girl era. She's doing everything.
Right. Okay.
But we'll let the listeners go ahead and chime in on that one. Y'all go ahead and do that. So let us know what y'all think when y'all hear that quickie question this week.
There we go.
All right. So we're good, baby.
We are.
Another good episode.
Yes.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of All in Our Business Podcast. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Just keep listening in. Keep rocking with us because we're going to keep rocking with y'all. We're going to keep coming up with some hot topics. So, what we got next week, baby? What's the topic for next week?
Oh, boy. Next week is going to get crazy. Should married couples have joint bank accounts or individual accounts?
And I've heard this topic. I've been to several marriage retreats where this topic led to some fights. Some arguments. Let's call it argument. It wasn't no fist fights, but it was arguments. And for, when you about to get married like we about to get married, and when you get to that point, you got to understand exactly how things are going to operate in that marriage. So join us next week. I got a feeling this one might be a good one too.
Yep. Okay.
But just knowing how to handle those finances. Finance is one of the top 3 things that causes divorce.
Yep.
And we ain't trying to get divorced.
We're not going to. Not even trying. We're not even going to.
This is marriage and love 2.0. We ain't going there.
Ain't happening no more. All right. Peace.